Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be our weekly shadow work. So next week is going to be the last week that's kind of chaotic for me. So hopefully we'll be back on some sort of a normal routine for posting things. I'm going to try and go back to the each individual zodiac sign on the beginning of the week, so Mondays. And so it may take me a couple of days to get all of those out. We'll see how things go. But my goal is to try and have somewhat of a regular schedule so you guys know what day I'm posting things. So the summer's been a little hectic, a little crazy. Things are starting to finally wind down with that whole thing. So we're going to see going forward what the schedule looks like. The only thing I can guarantee you for sure is you will get a individual zodiac sign every single week, whether it's all in one video timestamp so you can skip around, or whether it's its own individual video. Other than that, I'm open to suggestions. If you guys don't want to see love messages, leave a comment, let me know. If you do want to see them, leave a comment, let me know. If you guys like shadow work, let me know. I'll keep that on the channel. If you like the spiritual guidance, let me know. I'll keep that on the channel. But I'm going to turn things a little bit differently. I like to change things up. It gets monotonous for me to record the same style of videos every single week, and I'm sure it does for you guys as well. So let's see what we have going on from our shadow self. What do we need to know? Hopefully you guys released some stuff under the full moon on Tuesday. All right, let's see. It looks like we need to take a long, hard look in the mirror at ourselves, right? We need some inner work, some shadow work, some reflection, and we need to kind of pick apart some things that need some work. So whatever that entails, that we're going to have to start facing our fears, looking in the mirror, and really kind of deciding what we need to do to change if we don't like it going forward, if something needs work. We might be in a down state, so we might be a little depressed, maybe not sleeping well. I'm not sleeping well. I'm not able to fall asleep until around 3 or 4 in the morning right now, so it makes life a little bit of a challenge the next day. So I think we need to kind of maybe do some things that lighten our mood. So sitting outside in nature, soaking up some sunshine, eating good, resting enough, drinking plenty of water, those things will all help us mentally be able to focus a lot better. It looks like the depression could be related to a love situation. This could be something that maybe didn't go as planned. It could be some sort of ending. Needless to say, we need to make some sort of choice going forward. So I feel like this choice could have also been maybe out of your hands, that maybe somebody else chose to make a choice in love that reflected negative events. All right, the King of Coins. He could be kind of pessimistic in this energy. He can also be somebody who's a little bit of a tyrant and very much, he's business focused, so he's not very emotional or very nurturing in this energy. So we want to be careful with that, especially if you're dealing with a partnership where maybe this person controls all the finances. You don't want to be in a one-sided relationship. I feel like you're learning to let your guard down, or you want to learn to let your guard down, like you need to learn to trust people again. And part of that is really facing your fears. And I feel like if we're able to know what the outcome is and play the what if game, what if this happens? Okay, so what's the worst case scenario? It's typically not the worst case scenario, at least in my experience. Sometimes it feels like it when we're going through these changes and challenges, but typically things work out for the best. It looks like things are very imbalanced right now. So that's where we really need to take a look at what's going on, and we need to refocus our energy and kind of get grounded again. It looks like we're letting go of toxicity, so that's excellent. That might have been something that you were working on releasing under the full moon on Tuesday. I do think that there is a cycle that really does need to break, and it may take some time. I do feel like this was something that was also very painful and very difficult to let go of. It took a lot of courage and a lot of strength, and maybe this person or this situation is really your kryptonite or your weakness. So we do want to make sure that we are standing strong and that we realize that we deserve the best of the best and that we shouldn't settle for any less. All right, so if we aren't nurturing ourselves or we aren't nurturing the things that we want to grow, things start to struggle. So she could be lashing out. The Queen of Cups is usually very nurturing, but I feel like if her back's against the wall, you're going to see the fierce fighter, the mama bear energy come out. It looks like there's been a big state of confusion, and that's really what we need to gain some clarity in order to find the truth or to be able to trust again. And it looks like we might be hoarding some resources. We're trying to get out of that mentality of a lack mindset, and we really do want to go forward into something that's better for us. So we have to believe that we deserve better. We have to get out of the mindset of negativity surrounding our finances. And sometimes it literally is a mind shift. A mind shift, that's not the right word, a mindset shift, there we go, that we need to shift our perspective on what's going on in order to see things in a new light to be able to change them. And I do feel like you've had a lot of letdowns and a lot of disappointments, especially where it relates to love. So let's see what else we need to know. All right, so the big changes are coming. I feel like this might be you that is orchestrating big changes. It might create a tower for this other person, especially if you're changing things on your end and they don't want things to change. It looks like there was something very toxic in your energy, especially where relationships were involved, whether it's romantic, platonic, work, home life balance, things like that, that there's been a lot of crazy energy. So we want to try and eliminate that. It looks like you want a victory. So I think that this person sees that there needs to be change, but I almost feel like one or the other of you doesn't really know how to facilitate the change. Like there's a lot of confusion in this situation. The lack of communication is really causing most of the issues. It feels like that if both of you aren't on the same page, that's very difficult to be able to actually communicate effectively, or to see things differently, or to make changes that work, because neither one of you is willing to communicate. So you may have actually blocked this person, cut off contact somehow or another. All right, it looks like somebody wants to come forward with a love offer. I don't know that you're ready for that. It looks like you may reject it because it looks like you're trying to work on you right now. But needless to say, there is some sort of love offer coming in and you will have to make a decision. I feel like currently you may have cut yourself off and you may have retreated. You may have gone into hermit mode. You may have decided, sorry, everything's so loud outside. You may have decided that this isn't what you want to do right now, and doing shadow work and some reflection is definitely going to help you go forward. You're facing your fears. You're going towards something that's better suited for you. You're looking for balance. You're looking for things that aren't toxic, and that's exactly what you need to be doing with shadow work. You need to work on why we keep repeating the patterns that aren't healthy for us. Why do we keep attracting the same type of energy? What is the real root of the cause of why these things happen, so that you can resolve that, hopefully, and go forward into something that's better. I feel like you will have to gather your confidence. I do think there needs to be some sort of communication. It could be this new love offer coming in. I think this love offer is from somebody that you already know, but it could be from somebody completely new. I think for most of you, it's going to be something that you're just not ready for because you're working on healing from whatever this toxic previous relationship was. So stand your ground and have some strong boundaries. The Hierophant. Somebody wants commitment. I think it's you that really wants commitment, but I don't think that you're ready for it right now. I think that things are a little imbalanced in your love life. I think that you need to connect to source more. And I think you really just need to start working on you and what your needs are, and knowing that the right people will align in your life at the right time, and you won't have to really force anything to happen. And that's part of your ascension. All right, the Queen of Wands, we love her. Why? Because she creates the change she wants to see, and she comes out with the Tower card. I almost feel like you're manifesting a fresh start in life. I almost feel like you have maybe dabbled in magic, or you have decided that you're powerful enough to create the change that you want. Like you are waving your magic wand in the energetic sense in order to really create the life that you want, that you are tired of the destructive things going on. You're tired of all of the status quo of things never changing. So it's like back to the drawing board. If I want it to change, I have to face my fears, and I have to be the one to change. And she's a go-getter. She's very determined. She's very passionate. She's a lot of fiery energy coming through, and she's not afraid to speak her mind. And so she really does get the attention that she's looking for. And sometimes it's attention she doesn't even know she's getting, or she doesn't really want. But she is going to be victorious because she goes after what she wants. And I feel like your main goal right now is working on healing. So you might be a natural healer. Maybe you're realizing that you need to communicate what your needs actually are, and you're working towards building an empire. So I do think that this is something really important going forward. All right, let's see what else we have. You've waited a very long time for things to actually change and transform, but more money is coming and things are starting to really go forward in a better light. I do think that money is going to improve for a lot of you, and that this could be a pay raise, a job change, or a promotion. So it's time to heal. We've got to let go of the things that aren't working in our life, pull the swords out of our own back, and really stop overthinking things that were a struggle for us the whole time. Know that karma will be dealt, that people will be facing judgment for any of the ill deeds that they've done. No matter who you are, nobody escapes karma, and that this is something that's divinely guided and divinely needed. You also need to connect with Source. Remember that teamwork will make the dream work. You're going to need to learn to collaborate with some people, and it looks like you get the clarity that you've been looking for in order to make the decisions that you need to make going forward. That's what I have for your shadow work this week. I hope it resonates. If something works for you in the messages, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. We look forward to seeing you soon.